If you're hitting the bullseye squarely and you do that 100 times, then you'll know that the arrow is not being shot by chance. So what is the explanatory filter? The filter is a user-friendly way of detecting design, inferring design. So it basically tries to encapsulate or capture this technology or statistical methodology that I've developed. And it's got two decision nodes. It basically asks, is it improbable and is it specified? And you need both improbability and specification. And so one way to see this is, if you have a large wall and you've got an arrow that you're shooting at the wall, the arrowhead is very small, it's very sharp tip. The precise place it's going to land on the wall is going to be highly improbable, but it's highly probable that it will land somewhere on the wall. So if you're just shooting at the wall, highly improbable things are happening, but there's nothing there to tell you that it's happening for any reason other than chance. So how do you know that the arrow is not being shot by chance? Well, it's put a target on the wall and then shoot and hit the target. And if the target if you're hitting the bullseye squarely and you do that 100 times, then you'll know that the arrow is not being shot by chance. So you need this convergence of small probability or improbability and this pattern, or what I call a specification. And when those come together, that triangulates on design. So that's the idea there. And the pattern needs to, though, be the right sort of pattern. If, for instance, you shoot at the wall and then you get out a bucket of paint and you draw a target around the arrow once it's sticking in the wall, there's not going to be any reason to think that it happened for any reason other than chance. So it needs to be the right sort of pattern. And that's what this explanatory filter is saying. It's the right sort of pattern specification. You've got the improbability, and when you have that, you nail down the design there. And so this applies in a lot of different situations. I think a lot of examples of, on a crime scene investigation will be of this sort. Even the very notion of DNA forensic testing, there's nothing that in a sense makes it impossible for two people to have the same DNA. It's just extremely improbable. But when they coincide, then one forms a pattern for the other. And that's why you can't, if you find somebody's DNA or you find a certain pattern of DNA at a crime scene and you find that you take a blood sample from somebody and it's the same pattern of DNA and you say, it's that person. So there's no logical impossibility, that it couldn't happen. But we say it's too improbable, and you've got that pattern match, and as a consequence, it's design.